Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And that ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, you hear a lot about pre-game jitters and nerves. I'm not sure if the quarterback really felt fully convinced that's where that ball should have gone, David, because that just looked shaky from the get-go.
Yeah, and I think your goal as an offensive coordinator, so many offensive coordinators across the country, what do they tell us? I got to get my quarterback in a rhythm, make it easy on him early. That wasn't it. You could tell a little bit of confusion, and that's the opposite of getting him in a rhythm. Now you got him in a funk to start this game, and the defense gets a takeaway on play 1.
And the Gators are in the hurry-up. Takes the handoff. It's Daniels. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Yeah, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays, you rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early...
And that pass is intercepted. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Gators line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get... here and also give him some easy throws.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. This one's complete. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
This offense has a second down play. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Roadrunners. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Gators will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
He uncorks one deep. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever...
And it's picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I bet the difference.
First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. A shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. South Alabama handled its business today, and given what the week was like in Mobile, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6. And the Gators in the hurry-up. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy, woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Hardy. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Coming after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive.
He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Back to throw. It's Flagway. This time he's got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes the grab. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
When you run those routes, those crow routes, just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Running toward the tape. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting into possession.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? You're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it.
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting the field.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gator!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The offense set for a 1st down play. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Hands it off. Jukes his way for more. Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the Roadrunners getting set on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Looking to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Escape, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the 1st half.
Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away.
Offside. Defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Never a doubt. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play.
Offside. Defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
The Roadrunners will boot it away to start the second half. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines, or else you draw the flag. Here comes the offense on first down. Movement here from the tight end. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Daniels. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn
losing,
up.
bro. What do you mean? What am I doing?
You
not see what I'm losing?
I know
I'm doing?
where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They'll run the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Gator! And the pummeling has started. And he is piling up the touchdowns in this one. Remember, Tebow put a 55 spot up on the board, and Warfel knew how to find the end zone, too.
Yeah, and tons of guys have known how to do that when they've worn the blue and orange, but this offense is really cooking, balanced around him. He can do it all. When you can run like this and throw the football, just puts so much pressure on defenses, it's an absolute nightmare.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way to...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And what a call by the defense. The zone blitz, kind of mix it in, do a good job making it look maybe like man, bringing the linebacker, so much speed, so quick, right in the quarterback's face. He had no chance.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is...
Fires one high and deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, UTSA! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Comes out throwing on first down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
He's going to pass on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And is slipped out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. And QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunner. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. Two-possession game, going for the onside kick here in the third. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? It's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it, forced the punt, now a chance to really make this a football game.
And I think if you're the offensive coordinator here, you're revisiting that last drive and asking yourself.
He'll take the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He's in for the 2, and that is big because now it's a one-possession game. They trail by 8. This is really aggressive here. Still just a one-possession game in the 3rd quarter, and they're going for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Now the play fake. Trying to get to it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, UTSA. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it for the 2, and we're all tied up.
The good times are rolling now. Not only did you just get the scoop, score, fumble, return for a touchdown, but you went for 2 and came away with the conversion. Everything going this team's way.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. This drive will open from the 15. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Daniels.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Got him downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Quick pass on the fly motion. The Gators moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Hill. And he earns a first down pass. The tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, the quarterback's patient most of the time. That drag route's going to come over.
got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Abrams. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long. Try to convert through the air. Just masterful working that sideline and get for the catch. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. First down to start the drive after the break. Gonna run it. It's Daniels. Touchdown, Florida! They move on top here in the 4th.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Georgia somehow, some way found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Quick pass on the jet motion. Pass the 30. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Handoff to the single running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll leave it with him. And the Roadrunners pick up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
That play had 6 written all over it, but he drops it in the end zone. Bad break for the offense.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver.
And the quarterback is snowed under. The Gators will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Abrams. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Makes a man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. 3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
Back to pass. It's Lagway. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pulls it in on the right. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about.
Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. The give to the left side. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The offense coughs it up. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You put together drives, and you've got to really get focused when you get down here towards the red zone and execute. But the main thing you have to have, you can't turn the football over. You've got to understand that points are at a premium. We're in the second half of a really, really closely contested football game. You cannot turn the football over.
On the move, it's Daniels. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Now they need to pick up just a few more yards here to get within the kicker's range, David.
No doubt, Reese. We got to take care of the football, but we're trying to get as many yards as we can. Jesse, let's make this thing as easy as possible on our kicker.
You're right. And listen, you've got some time, too, so you don't got to panic here. Just pick the right play and go execute.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Lagway. He wants to take the top off. He's got it. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And in the final moment, they've taken the lead.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now, last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner will be brought down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Abrams. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll take a shot. He knocked it away. Incomplete, and saved the game as this one is over. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.